Okay, hello boys and girls. I'm just going to go through the Bohr model and electronic configuration one more time, okay? So this will help you to understand what's happening. There's one or two similar mistakes we're making, so this will hopefully help you understand what exactly I want from you, okay? So I'm going to share the screen. I have my example ready on Classic, okay? So go to Classic, I'm going to use potassium as an example, okay? So potassium. So you go to your periodic table, which you all have to understand how to use. Over here on the left-hand side, the metals is potassium, and the smaller number is the nuclear number, how many protons, okay, which equals how many electrons there are. The bigger number is the mass number. It's all of it together, how many protons plus how many neutrons are there. So 19 and 39. Now you need to remember these for this example, and if you forget it, so what? Go back to your periodic table again. So I come back to my classic, and 19 was the nuclear number, which means there's 19 protons. There's 19 protons. There is 19 electrons, okay? The next part here is to calculate how many neutrons, to keep you, help you understand what's happening with that part. So we come back here and we can see it's got 39.09, which is 39, okay? So we come back again to classic, it's 39. So it's A take away Z, which is 39, take away 19, number of protons, and we have here 20. So there's 20 neutrons in an atom of potassium. So what I want to do with the Bohr model, the Bohr model is showing electrons only. I'll change this color to a nice blue color. So electrons only. We don't care about protons now. We don't care about neutrons. They're inside here. Okay, so we don't care about that. We're looking at electrons only. Electrons go on the orbits. Okay, so we have 19 electrons to put on. The rules, number one is here. The rules are here. Number one is 2 electrons can fit on the first orbit. So only 2 on this first orbit. On the second orbit, only 8 can fit on. Okay, only 8 maximum. On the last one, only 8 electrons can fit onto the third orbit. Okay, that's all you need to know for this course. So remember, go over here, get rid of that part. Now I'm going to click onto this one here. This is a nice one to do, and I'll change it to a nice blue as well. So there's 2 electrons in the inside orbit, the first orbit. 1, 2 electrons. There's 2 electrons there. No more can fit onto this orbit. We still have 19 to go. So on the next orbit, we can fit 8 electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now overall here, we have 2 plus 8, we have 10 electrons so far, but we still have another 9 more to go. So we go to the third orbit, the next orbit. You can fit on 8 electrons here as well. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 2 in the inside. There's 8 on the second orbit, and there's 8 on the third orbit. That is 2 plus 8 plus 8 is 18, but we have 19. So you have to put 1 more on the outside. Okay, so that's showing how electrons go into the Bohr model, okay? The last part you need to do then is you're explaining one last time, very basic mathematical numbers, how many electrons are on each orbit. So on the first orbit, there are 2 electrons. On the second orbit, which is the second one here, there are 8 electrons. On the third circular third orbit, there are 8 electrons. And the last outside orbit, there's 1 valence electron. There are valence electrons. So 2 plus 8 is 10, plus 8 is 18, plus 1 is 19. There's 19 electrons, 19 electrons. That's all you have to do for this. So you go through all the elements that way. You remember, the main thing is you're counting electrons, because they go on the orbits, on the outside part. Okay? So I hope this helps you. I'll upload this onto Google Classroom later, and you can look at it yourself, okay? Thanks, boys and girls, and I will see you in class in a small bit.